It's story time, but today I'm telling you a horror story about one of my clients named Jennifer that was looking to relocate and she wanted to utilize her VA eligibility. And as you know, I'm a huge advocate for all of our veterans and home ownership. If this is the first time that you're checking out my channel, my name is Seanu Uyehara. I'm a sales manager with Loan Depot, helping you finance your homes all across America, whether you're purchasing for the first time, or you're buying a vacation home or refinancing, or if you're a seasoned investor looking to build your real estate portfolio, I've got you covered all across America. And don't forget, you can always hit the description below. There's links to more information on how to get your mortgage right. Now, I wanted to share this story about Jennifer. She was looking to purchase a home with her and her husband, and they wanted to utilize their VA eligibility. And like I said, I'm a huge advocate for homeownership with all of our veterans, and I think that all of you have earned the right to use that program and utilize and buy a house with no money down. Nothing is better than that. So we had her qualified, they've been shopping for a home, and they've been shopping for several months. Now, they weren't having any luck. So I asked her one day, I was like, hey, what do you think the biggest struggle is right now with getting your offer accepted? And she told me, she's like, you know, my realtor told me that I shouldn't use my VA loan and I should actually go with a conventional loan to purchase my house. I was a bit caught off guard and I asked her, I was like, well, why did she say that to you? She said, Jennifer had said the realtor told her that it's easier to get an offer accepted on a conventional loan. And I was like, what? First of all, your realtor shouldn't be giving you any mortgage advice. Their job is not to structure your loan or know what loan is best for you. That is my job as a mortgage lender, to make sure that we cover those options with you, to make sure that we get you in the right program. That is not a realtor's job. In this case, I asked her, I was like, well, why did the agent say that? And kind of went down that path with her. And she was very confused because she said, you know, Sean had qualified us and we don't have any issues with our loan. Why can't we use our eligibility? And I told her that's exactly what you should tell her, because any realtor that's discouraging you from using your eligibility, in my mind, they are doing you a disservice. You've earned the right to use that loan, and there is nothing bad about a VA loan, because just because you're putting no money down, that has no bearing on the fact of a borrower who's putting 20% down. You're both just as qualified to buy a house. That's one thing I think a lot of people misunderstand, and even a lot of listing agents that I've talked to thinking that a veteran who's buying a house is a worse off client, when in actuality, just because they're putting no money down, they could have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, but we're utilizing a program that they've earned the right to. So after my talk with Jennifer, I told her, I said, you know what, you should go to your agent and talk with her about why she's telling you to do that. And if you still don't feel comfortable, I strongly suggest you find another realtor, because I feel that as real estate professionals, we should advocate for homeownership, especially with our veterans. Long story short, she had the conversation. She still didn't like the answers that she was getting from her real estate agent. She fired her, moved on to another realtor, and I can confidently say that after the next few showings, Jennifer found a house and went into contract. I wanted to share this story because I feel that if Jennifer was getting this information from a real estate agent, how many of you out there are getting bad information or misinformation from your realtor or maybe even your lender? This is why I always talk about knowing your options and having someone that's going to advocate and fight for you in your corner when it comes to buying a house. Because if Jennifer didn't have the conversation with me, she could have went along with her realtor's bad advice, tried to qualify for a conventional loan, putting down 3, 5, 10% down compared to her no money down option, and she ended up buying a $400,000 house. Let's just say her debt to income ratio was a lot higher on a VA loan. And when you would have looked at a conventional loan, in order for her to qualify, maybe she would have had to have put more money down to qualify. Putting 10% down, $40,000? Or what if she didn't even have the money to be able to put down to buy this house? She could have still been renting, or on her relocation, she would have just gave up and maybe said, hey, you know what? Maybe next year we can buy. But we all know that home prices are only continuing to rise. So if she can't qualify to buy her house this year, what makes you think that she's gonna be able to qualify to buy it next year? Especially if interest rates go up. It's a lose-lose situation. This is why I feel it's always important to have someone in your corner that has your back. You want to make sure that your lender and your realtor is on the same page and they're doing what's right for you and your family. I hope this story with Jennifer helps you understand some of the horror stories that are out there so that you can avoid them and you don't have to experience them yourself. And if you want more information on how to get your mortgage right, make sure to check out this playlist, and I'll see you on the next video.